now starts one of the many tedious tasks to help rot your brain in Toontown. So I'm pretty sure I have to take this back to Flippy, but regardless, he counts as a Toon HQ. So now I have to start my gag training. And gag training is awful, to say the least. The first, like, 15 slides go pretty well, and then the 16th slide takes forever. Punchline. So I think Punchline teaches me how I actually function as a Toon, where I have to get gags and everything else. And how you level up your laugh tracks and get your Toon gags and all that. Hopefully mine won't be too rough, since I will be bouncing into sound immediately, because I do not want this run to be basically impossible. I do want at least a little bit of ease in it, especially because people tend not to take people without sound. Alright, so we're going to go with sound, obviously, because sound is overpowered, and after you get out of Toontown Central, sound is pretty much just going to be your go-tos. Alright. So, these guys also work like Toon HQ, so they give you tasks. So we're gonna obviously take the 2 laugh point boost immediately. And then we gotta go back to Silly Street. And then hopefully, after this, I just have to do some basic stuff like defeat this many cogs in this many areas, and so on and so forth. Makes it all a little bit easier. Especially since, again, I want to grind out my Toon tasks as soon as possible. Yep. Alright. Alright, so she said she wants me to defeat bigger cogs. 8 level 2 pluses in Toontown Central. Which is great, because then if... Yep, Flunkies is still up, so we'll just go kill level 2 Flunkies. Well, that's unfortunate. The Flunky invasion ended. Alright, is there another one? Another good invasion going on that's low level. Minglers are high level, bean counters are high level, Two Faces are high level. Bottom feeders, perfect. Bottom feeders are low level. They're specifically Lawbots as well. And now that this one's happening, I don't know how long it's been going for, but invasions last about an hour, unless there's a mega invasion, then those I think last 3 hours. Or longer.
Better to start
Yeah,
now.
I could feel him now. See, I didn't have this issue when I was in PA. My face was perfectly fine.
Maybe it's something else.
It probably is.
That being said,
Alright, back to Toon HQ. Which means I now get 2 laugh up, which is good. So next, I want another left point, so I will talk to Professor Pete. And that should bump me to 20, which will be absolutely perfect. Hopefully, he doesn't have me do anything specific unless it's towards Lawbots. Alright, so he wants me to get 5 cog gears from level 2 bots, which is, again, perfect, because then I could just keep staying here and focusing these. Get those level ups real quick. So, oddly enough, what we're going to do here, instead of using our higher level gags, is actually use our lower level ones, so that way I don't have to delete them and get rid of them, and they'll still have a purpose. Because after these next couple of fights, I'm not going to be needing the level 1 gags anymore. I'll only need the level 2s and level 3s. And then, assuming this hits, I'll have my level 3 gags. Oh, of course. I'm going to greed. I shouldn't greed, but I'm going to greed here. I'm going to use the low-level squirts and hope that none of the other ones join.
A few moments later.
Oh, fuck. Level 2 joined. Alright, I'm gonna have to water this one, and then I'm gonna just banana cream pie that one. Because I don't wanna risk dying. And even though I won't get any skill points for it, it's better than dying early. It actually hit me for 1. You know what? Greed. We're greeding. Clutch up. Let's go. Oh. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have greeted like that, but it is what it is. You gotta roll with it. Oh man, that was scary. I thought the run was done already after just an hour. Alright, now that I have level 3 gags, I feel a little more confident in taking on level 3s. Alright, so... I want to end my existence. I want to see what this guy does before I actually make a move. Alright, so he's also going with Squirting. Works for me. Another thing to note, there is an accuracy bonus. More or less when you use the same gag as somebody else on a cog. They're very prominent with sound, because everybody uses sound. Alright, so we're actually in the middle of a bottom feeder invasion, which is perfect for this. Because one thing that I hate about the certain toon tasks is they're very specific. You have to kill this many of this kind of cog, and it can get really difficult, especially with other new toons around. It gets very competitive. And then sometimes you'll actually have people who are dual monitoring or multi-monitoring, because there's times where you'll see like 4 toons, they're all the same, they're all talking the same, they're all doing the same dance, they're all running around and attacking the same cog and making sure that you can't get anything up on them. And it makes it really difficult to actually do some of the stuff early game. Mid-game, the game kind of falls apart because nobody really interacts in the mid-game. Nobody's really there anymore. It's either all new or all old players. For this episode, I'm literally about to ask my editor to just be like, hey, can you tally my misses and then my hits for my fucking throws? And this is ridiculous. Man. I swear, it's almost like every time I come onto a street, my first throw just instantly misses and there's nothing I can do about it. Two bloodsuckers, 2 penny pinchers, 2 cash bots. Ooh, 3 laugh point boost. Blue, Ruby lane. But yeah, that's another thing that you can do. If you don't like the toon tasks that are given to you, you can shop around a little bit. They do change based on the person you talk to, but they don't always change. So sometimes you'll have somebody who's like, oh, you gotta do this. Oh man, that invasion went so quick. It must have been up during my flunky invasion and I just didn't notice. Otherwise I'd have swapped to here over the flunky one. Unfortunately, I gotta get some oil from Cellbots, so now I have to find an invasion with Cellbots. Allows me to see that. Alright, so there's a level 3 Cellbot, that's perfect. Hopefully it'll just drop at first go and I won't have to run around for this forever. That happens a lot with some of these tasks where it's just like, oh, you gotta do this one very specific thing, and then you'll be able to get this item. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. It never takes as long for anybody else as it does for me. I swear, the rubber duckies from the Berg took me a month. And that was with me, like, playing, like, 6 to 8 hours a day. It took me a month to get all them fucking rubber duckies. Because they wouldn't spawn. They wouldn't give them to me. Now I gotta defeat Lawbots. Unlucky. Okay. Bloodsuckers, I believe, are also Lawbots, but they're gonna be way too tough for me. Alright, we'll head to Boinsboro. And then I think on the same lane that he is was the 70% for Lawbots, which should be perfect for us. There we go. Right out the gate. Ah. Pencil pushers have taken over, so if I get that pencil pusher thing again, it'll work out perfect for me. Okay, shame this got taken over again, but I guess we'll just jump to Fizzlefield. Hey guys, sorry about that. My last recording kind of cut off in the middle with my sound and everything, so hopefully my editor will be able to salvage what he can, but we were able to get that 3 laugh, and now we're working on getting our medium gag pouch. So now we need to head down Silly Street and continue our craziness as we go through. Hopefully we can knock out some more toon tasks and hopefully finish up at least half the laugh track for today, as well as get the rest of the items that we need for Toontown Central. Our last few things that are required before we can move to, I believe it's Donald's Docks is next. Or maybe it's Daisy's Gardens, I can't remember. Is the gag pouch, the ability to teleport to Toontown Central, and then obviously our fully customized laugh track. And then we should be good to go. So it shouldn't take long to get the gag pouch. The soundtracks are a little bit more worrisome depending on what kind of tasks they want me to do. Hopefully nothing absolutely crazy. Alright, so now he wants me to go fishing for clown car tires anywhere. And I believe this is one of the few roads in Toontown Central that have a pond. Yep, so you can actually just go straight fishing right here. And it saves you from walking all the way to and from, especially because the padding is really just awful. When you get down to the nitty-gritty of how much you have to like loop through each little section. And thank God there are little cutways through some of the roads, but not all of them. And it makes some of the shit so tedious. Alright, so she said I need to kill high-level cogs. I need to kill 6 level 3 pluses. Noted, I do play pretty much like 2 to 3 hours at a given time. In the morning and at night allows me to get a couple recording sessions in. In the morning's a little bit better. There's less people, but there's definitely way more invasions. And then, obviously, later at night, you're lucky with what you get. A lot of them are the higher level ones. I was hoping somebody could, like, pop in, toss down a low-level invasion just from their lawbot bounties or whatever. Just let me go crazy on the stuff that I need to get done. Oh, nice. Another level 3 popped right out. Alright. With any luck, I'll be able to fully farm this up. Be able to get all these guys done. And then have to maybe go back to town for one quick restock and then get another one going before the next session. Oh my god, of course. I knew this was gonna happen. Just wanted to even up my throw and my squirt a little bit. I just want to hit you with 2 throws, kill you, and then move on. Alright, just one more. There we go. You son of a bitch, Mr. Bossbot Pencil Pusher. Sometimes it's real easy to forget what you were doing in Toontown. Because sometimes you either knock it out and you're just like, oh, thank God, it was so quick. And then other times you're sitting there for 10 years. Again, the rubber duck from the Berg. I don't care what anybody says, the rubber duck chance is lower than my chances of ever getting a real life girlfriend. Okay, so now I have to go back to Silly Street. Alright, 3 cash bots. Ooh, 2 cash bots. Gets me a laugh point. Yes, please. Now, I think for Toon tasks, the highest laugh you can get, not including your start off of 16 laugh, I believe it is, you can get up to 80. So it's almost imperative that you do side content almost on reset or on cooldowns of anything at any time. It'll just make life so much easier, especially when you start the game. First thing I would highly recommend for anybody who wants to start getting into Toontown, gardening. Gardening is one of the longest and tedious tasks. I believe it takes, I want to say 3 or 4 months to completely do gardening. And that's if you keep up with it every day. And that's the huge issue for me and a lot of people is you got to do it every day. If you miss a day, it sets you back a day, obviously. But it really slogs down the grind, and it really just it tanks motivation too. That's another huge issue with it. Because you'll be like super happy, you know, doing everything, and then like you realize, oh fuck, I gotta do gardening, and then you're stuck because you're like, I don't want to do it, but at the same time you kind of gotta. It's just easier to knock it out that way. Because the second you knock it out, then you don't have to worry about it. You know, you do your 3 to 4 months, you knock it out, you don't have to garden again, unless you want to. The only real point of gardening is extra jelly beans every day that you wake up, but honestly, fishing is still the most effective way of doing all that. Before I buy Gags, I should probably head to the headquarters. Just get this turned in real quick. Two flunkies, 2 talent markers, 4 flunkies, 2 bloodsuckers, or a yes man. 2 flunkies, 5 boss, 4 bloodsuckers. I guess I'll do the 2 flunkies. It's one of the downsides to shopping. You never get the good Toon tasks that you ever want. You get some of them, but never all of them. I'll just keep it 5 and 5 for right now, because I'm still just in the base level area. I don't really have to worry about much. So I gotta head to the 25, 25, 25, 25. Hope that there's a couple flunkies there. Should be, realistically. If not, I'll have the hop districts. I'm also not going to be worrying about level for these since these are cog specifics. Cog specifics are like the worst. Because they're the easiest during invasions because they're the only thing that could be there. But when there's non-invasions and you're looking for a specific cog, you gotta like hop through the different alleyways and stuff and be like, okay, well this one has the highest percentage chance for me. You just run through and just hope. Because that's realistically all you can do. Because there's 3 of each type of each different... Oh, there we go. One flunky already. There's 3 different levels of cogs that can be in here. And then there's also 4 different types of cogs. With the boss bot, law bot, sell bot, and cash bot. So your chances are... What? 1 in... Like 1 in 48 finding it. I'm not very good at math, so I'm probably wrong, but it's a generally high percentage chance that you're not going to find the exact one you need unless it's an invasion. One neat little thing that I do like about Toontown is the doors that you can't open, which are the blue named ones. You can walk up to them and you get a knock-knock joke, and every single one is unique in the entire game. Has a different joke, which is nice. 2 bloodsuckers, 2 talent marketers, 3 cash bots, that might be the one that I go for. A tightwad or 5 boss bots. 3 cogs. Yeah, I'll do 3 cogs. That one's easier. Nothing specific, just murder a bunch of cogs. Well, normally we do want to find level 3s and burst through these with the highest amount of points going in as quick as possible. In instances like this, it's just easier to be lazy sometimes. Just take whatever you can at whatever level. Especially because what I want to do is maybe 2 to 4 episodes per zone for this series. Unless I get reset, because I die. Just to make it, I don't want to say easier on me, but just make it easier in general for my editor. So that way he's not, like, losing his fucking mind over everything he's done. Although, I won't tell him the day that I do die, when he's editing my video. Because, I can only imagine that, like, after editing, like, 2 to 3 hour sessions, boiling them down to anywhere from 15 to 30 minute videos, or however long he decides are best for these. And then he's, like, put in, you know, 6, 8, 10 hours per every other ooh, nice. Per every other video for this challenge, and then he realizes at the end of it all, it's just like all of it was for naught. It was for me to die, and then he has to restart doing the same stuff with a different character. Keep going until I complete it. I will say one thing that I do hope to obtain from doing this is I do want the people who run Toontown Rewritten, if I complete this challenge, maybe somebody could reach out and talk to them about it. I want a new race for toons that we could play as. And I want it to be an otter. Obviously, because I fucking love otters. But I really just want otters. We haven't had a new character in a while. I think the last new one was Crocodile. It was okay. It's kind of funny when it talks. But other than that, it's nothing spectacular, and I would never touch a crocodile. But you make an otter, you give it some good squeaks, some good growls, some good, like, screeches. Top tier. Plus, it'll be adorable, you know? People love the adorable characters, and they'll gladly remake and keep playing if you add something cute.
Duck.
Another thing I would like to see, for Toontown Rewritten is I know there's a bunch of like community spotlights and stuff, for people. I'd like to see them have, not exclusives to them, but like exclusive items that they've had brought into the game. Like, I don't know. Let's say some person that is a Toontown representative has the name like Dr. Mallory, right? Like, I would love to get Dr. Mallory's stethoscope as like a necklace, or like Dr. Mallory's spin doctor hat, you know, as a cosmetic for my pet, or not my pet, my Toon. Speaking of pets, Doodles, awful. Get rid of them. They're the worst thing ever. I would never touch a Doodle. I would rather let my jelly beans rot than to give it to a fucking Doodle. And I don't care what anybody says, Doodles are not cute. They're not amazing. They're not adorable. They don't save your life ever. People sit there for like 10 hours a day training their Doodles, hoping that one day it'll make somebody laugh and regain 4 of their laugh points. Nah. Nah, that ain't it, Chief. I ain't spending 4,000 jelly beans on a 4-laugh fucking Doodle. Ain't happening. Buff Doodles or get rid of them. And give me another money sink to put my time and effort into.